going to go to the west elevation view. I'm going to click on the architecture tab. I'm going to go to my level tool. I'm going to put in a new level. The level's going to go in between ground and basement. Alright? Doesn't really matter what height it is initially, so we're just going to put that in. Level lines are created from tail to head. Alright? The tail is the side with no information. The head is the side with all the information on it. Alright? We're going to call this garage foundation. I think that's pretty descriptive. Tells you kind of like where those garage foundation walls are going to go. Alright? How deep should they be? They have to be at least 40 inches underground, right? And if ground is at negative 1'3", where are we at? 40 inches underneath 1'3". What do you got, Gary?
8 foot.
Let's go 1'3" would be 15 inches. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So negative 15 inches. So if we went negative 15 plus 40, right? 0 feet, 55 inches. That's like 4'7". We could probably go another inch or two, but that's pretty good. So we'll just say negative 4'7". If I wanted to check, if I like really, I'm not a big fan of doing math and I just wanted to be sure and check, you could always put a dimension in here. All right. So if we go to move the level down, 0 space 40, or 0 space 42, if you wanted to be a little bit more specific to New Jersey, something like that. Okay? Go negative 4'9". Now, the walls that are going in here, we're going to draw the same way we drew the rest of the walls under the other side of the house. So I'll now go to that new level, which is going to be garage foundation. I need to be able to see my garage. All right, you have a tool that lets you see other views. Let's go to, I think we were on basement level and first floor last time, so it let us see that. Now, let's try first floor. Keep getting that roof in there. Yeah, this is giving me a hard time. Here's the problem. So we're trying to see the first floor walls, but for some reason the configuration for that first floor walls aren't set up great. So here's what we're gonna have to do. Check this out. This kind of stinks, but we're gonna have to fight through it. All right, let's go generic masonry 8-inch walls, and we're gonna just kind of like rough things out. All right, so I think you remember that the left side of this wall was completely flush, and you kind of know roughly like where that roof is going to go. So just go ahead and build this out like kind of underneath the roof. Come back into the house, like right in here. One thing you can do, you can use your align tool, so you can line up the inside face of this foundation wall with the inside face of this wall. We'll go back to 3D and we'll have to correct some stuff in 3D. So I'm going to turn off my section box. And this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to use the align tool. And you're going to have to pick like the outside surface of this wall. So all I'm doing is I'm using my align tool. I'm hovering my cursor over the outside face. And I'm pressing the tab key. So which one's the outside face of the wall? Is it here? No. It's right there, right? So just tab through until you see the outside face of the wall. You should see it with that little pre-selection box. Pick that, and then do the same thing out here. So you're basically just aligning those outside faces. If you look at it in 3D and you look at it straight from the side, like those walls should completely line up. All right, same thing on this side. Like these walls should line up. They should be straight over top of each other. Okay? Now, if we look at everything in here, what we want to have is we want to have those new walls, the garage walls, stick up over top of the ground just a little bit. Alright? So these walls, these concrete block walls, by building code, have to be 8 inches up above the ground. Alright, so if the ground was at negative 1 foot 3 inches, you got to add 8 inches to the top of that. Part of the reason for it is, you got to think like there's going to be wooden structure up over top of the ground. Like there's always 8 inches in here. So like bugs can't get up into it, moisture or rainwater doesn't just sit on it. Alright, so it has to be up off the ground. So any of those walls that we build on the ground garage foundation level, I'll just change the size of the text a little bit so you can see it better. All those walls have to be on the top constraint. They're going to go up to ground. They have to be 8 inches up over top of that. So I just added 8 inches to it. You see where they go? Alright, so you can do that on the back side. Just make that 8 inches up over top. And we'll just leave them floating for a second, okay? I'm going to put that video up. You guys are going to probably need a little bit of help because of the underlay issue. Can't fix